Welcome to this year's interactive prayer journey. I'm really glad that you're going through the journey this year, and I'm excited to see how the Lord speaks to you through it. Make your way to table number 1. It's in the foyer of the church. This year's journey is designed to simulate a journey through the Old Testament tabernacle. The tabernacle was a tent with a cloth fence around it that the Israelites carried with them as they wandered throughout the desert before they were able to make it to the Promised Land. It was eventually replaced by the temple after they were well established in the Promised Land. While we can't create a complete replica of the tabernacle, each of the prayer stations represents a sacrifice, worship, or practice that the Israelites or the priests would do at the tabernacle. Every single aspect of the tabernacle pointed Old Testament followers of God to the person, the ministry, and the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. In your journey booklet, we've included a map of the tabernacle. At each of the stations, you'll see a bold red X and the words, "You are here." This will mark your progress through this year's prayer journey. You should now open your booklet to page 4. The tabernacle was 150 feet by 75 feet. This is roughly the size of our sanctuary and our foyer. When the tabernacle was set up in the desert, the 12 tribes of Israel set up in particular places. There were 3 tribes to the north, 3 to the south, 3 to the west, and 3 to the east. The layout was similar to the way pagan kings would encamp when going to war. The king's tent would be in the center, and the people would surround the camp of the king. By commanding the parameters of the tabernacle, God is saying, "I am your king, and you are my people. Wherever you go, I am with you." The tabernacle was divided into outer courts, the holy place, and the Holy of Holies. God designed implements and fixtures in each area of the tabernacle that were designed for sacrifice and worship. Each step through the tabernacle, from the outer courts to the Holy of Holies, was a step of preparation for the person to meet the Lord. When the priest finally made his way into the Holy of Holies, they were physically standing in the presence of God. They went into this place with great reverence, respect, and fear for the holiness and power of the Lord. This was a place where sin would not and could not be tolerated. We too should have the same attitude as we approach the Lord today. I hope that you truly experience an amazing time in the presence with the God who created you, the God who loves you, the God who died on the cross to redeem you, and the God who now dwells within his people through the person of the Holy Spirit. As you sit in the foyer, representing the space outside of the outer courts of the tabernacle, take a minute to prepare yourself for the journey ahead. Tell the Lord that you love him and ask him to prepare you for what he's going to do in your life today. Our interactive prayer journey gives you just 10 or 15 minutes at each prayer station. When you have one more minute left at your current station, this music will begin to play. This lets you know that your time at this station is about done, and it's time for you to prepare to move on to the next one. Don't move until you're told. If the person ahead of you is still at the station you're approaching, give them a minute to clear the station before you approach. At some of the stations, we'll be doing some very personal work, designed to be just between you and the Lord. Take time to contemplate the greater work the Lord is doing through this experience. Take your time. Don't rush. Be patient. Listen to Him. Give Him permission to do His deep work in your life.